First thing you see when you walk in the lobby is this beautiful 48 Chrysler Town and Country. Just a beautiful car. $1895 Duria, the true horseless carriages, and a 36 Ford. Now, it's hard to picture the size of this 1908 Oldsmobile, but it's larger than my van by a good bit. I have a 1930 Hudson Great 8. (1909) Studebaker, and this funky little guy, 1980 Commuter-Car, electric. Look at the size of that safety bumper. Slider windows, voltmeter, forward and reverse switch like a golf cart. Enormous bumpers on that. And all kind of memorabilia and such tucked all the way through. The smallest here is this 1896 Riker Roadster. You can see wood construction was very common back then. These horseless carriages, they came out of carriages. They were generally wooden carriages. The 50 Oldsmobile, used in the Mexican Pan American 2,178 mile stock car race. Oh, actually, I should rephrase that. It is a replica. And the library's bookmobile. I think a lot of kids growing up in the 70s or before can remember a library bookmobile that came around to the neighborhood where you could check out books and bring them back the next time it came around. 1926 Pontiac Hill Climb Speedster. (1910) Brush Model D. And a 44 Deluxe Coupe. This is also the home of the AACA headquarters, and you can see even in folks' offices that there's definitely a lot of collectibles around. They also have an oral history archive. You can sit down and record a history about automobiles and your life with them, whether you designed them, worked on them, or how they were important in your life. You can also sit and browse and read some of the collection of those oral histories. Now, before e-bikes, you had the Whizzers, which were available as a whole bike or a kit you can add onto your regular bike with a small gas motor that turned it into not quite a motorcycle, but a motorbike, I guess. They're pretty cool and sought after today. Then when you graduate, you can move up to this 1941 Harley. Nice collection of these cool little pedal cars down underneath the stairs. Up on the second floor, there's even more to see. Starting with this little midget racer. A nice view of the lobby. And this is be difficult to get on camera, but it is a history of all the motor companies and how they interrelated with each other. What joined what started, failed, merged. I do believe if you look at my first day of Hershey video, there was someone selling a print of that. Now you can see the bookmobile overlooking its namesake down there. You can just see in the center of the screen. And I thought this was interesting, a leather license plate, one of the first ones. Got some motoring goggles hanging there. And I thought this porcelain was pretty cool. You could tell those dogs want to go for the ride. There's a lot of art, as well as, although we can't quite get to this, there's a 1953 Chevrolet dealer items. These would be your displays that they used in dealership with big flip charts about all the differences and features of their car. The same with this one for the 1954 Chevy. This is one of the classrooms. I believe there's 2 classrooms here. Has a visible engine, and this is appears to be a film recorder. There's a local mobile stock certificate, and then down here, there's I think if you are a GM person, you're well familiar with the Fisher Body. The Fisher Body logo, which is this Napoleonic coach. Back in the 30s, I think through the 70s, they used to have a Fisher Craftsman Guild, where kids could get a scholarship or awards based on their design. Initially, they started with building models of the Napoleonic coach. As you can see here with these two, were built by kids up to about 17 years old, and then later on they moved into wooden and clay models that could get awards. Now, back in the 30s, when these Napoleonic coaches were made, the award could be up to $5,000. That was the average worker's salary for about 3 years back then. So it was an enormous award. And you can see the creativity. There's from mild to wild, as they say, on the different models. And into some bus models. Some of these are pretty incredible. I would love to see these today, like these night coach, the Pickwicks, and of course the Parade of Progress vehicles. The walls are also lined with automotive art.
So it doesn't work. Who cares? They don't start the car.
Stepping into the library, just a portion of the library. These are ones that are readily available. You have to ask for other stuff is in the high density files in the back. Not only are there all the books, but there's bunch of small things tucked in here and there. I wish my library had an automotive section like this. But these are all the general books, and in the back you can see here's the high density files. There's the Hupmobile section, steam cars. There's a lot of material in those binders. But I thought there's some pretty neat things over here. Some of the old plates and lights. And my Mopar friends will know these. This is a 5859 dealer box. In this section there are some fabric samples, and to the top it flips up and you can see the different slides you put in, and this will light up, and I'll show you what the car will look like in those particular colors. We have them for some different years. There's a Dodge version and a Chrysler version. One thing that got me by surprise was I never thought that they would also be archiving automotive games, and there's a ton of them here. Not only all these card games and everything, but it's actually, there's a really cool collection of video games going back to Atari and Dodge 'em and Slot Racers and Nintendo and Genesis. I mean, all these different games and game systems. And they have several of them set up to be able to play them. There's just PlayStation 2 is how many games there are with cars. Aside from literature, there's also a ton of automotive media here. This collection here is just one of several boxes that they have of film strips. Now, these film strips were used for dealer sales as well as training technicians. And aside from film strips too, there's videos, CDs, DVDs, and all kind of different media. Miniature gas pump. That is a very cool little race car. That's a quick overview of the AACA Museum here in Hershey, PA. That's just a quick overview of what's available here. So time is short, unfortunately, for me today, and I have to head out, but I'll be heading over to the AACA Museum. So that'll be the next video. So make sure, if you would like to see that, to click like and subscribe so you'll be notified when the new video goes online. And we'll see you real soon.